He's a professor and also a dean of the School of International Studies at Jawaharlal Nehru University. Welcome to the program. So tell us very briefly, what exactly is India's moon mission right now, and what happens if it's successful?
Well, the initial setbacks a few years ago has led to the current mission of Chandrayaan-3, and its demonstrative mission is basically to soft land the rover and other instruments onto the moon, as you mentioned, in the South Pole, which is a difficult operation. And also the rover, which is supposed to do a lot of scientific experiments, including finding water on the moon surface, and also the various other economy-related aspects in space exploration. So the missions are quite evident in terms of these rover operation, because in 2009, India failed to insert this in the surface of the moon, and it crashed onto the surface at that time. And so that is the reason why this has been put up. Second, also to demonstrate that a country which is entirely relying on its own technology for this mission, and also costing less than $90 million, which is less than a Hollywood movie, such as Gravity, that was screened for more than $100 million.
That's two very good points there. Very good
yes.
Points that you mentioned there. I just want to ask now, because I've just seen Narendra Modi's tweet saying this remarkable mission will carry the hopes and dreams of our nation. Tell us a bit more about what this moon mission would mean to India if it's successful, of course.
I think it demonstrates, number one, that the interstellar, space-related experiments would be successful, so that India can join the group of nations which have succeeded in such missions, number one. Number two, it is also in terms of collaboration with Japan, United States, and others in subsequent missions for the other subjects like Mars, Venus, and so on in the near future. Thirdly, most important, how this can be utilized for economic purposes. As you see that helium is a very valuable commodity which could replace coal and other energy resources. So one of the missions that India has is how to extract helium resources, which can be at a commercial rate, which can be utilized for further economic development aspects.
Okay.
So essentially, yeah.
No, just very briefly, I just want to check what you think this would mean for Narendra Modi. How would this benefit him politically? We know right now he's in France with President Macron, but of course he's watching this launch very carefully, which will happen at 8:45 GMT, and of course we'll bring you that live here on CRT World. But just what does it mean for Modi politically then?
I think Prime Minister Modi has stood by the scientists when we have had the setbacks previously in 2019. So there is the solid support from the government in terms of finances, in terms of moral support, and of course providing the wherewithal both at the technological level as well as the bureaucratic and administrative support systems. Number one. Number two, it also means that the political leadership backing of the missions would mean then there is a lot of trigger for the scientists to perform better, and also in terms of overcoming any difficulties that a developing country like India has in the space missions. Number three, of course, it would result in a huge, morale booster for the scientific community with the backing of the political leadership. And this has also become a nationalist kind of project in the sense that very few countries have as you mentioned, have succeeded in such missions.
Indeed.
So this provides for a booster.
All right, we're hoping it will be successful. And of course, just a reminder to our viewers that they can watch the live stream of that moon mission by India at 8:45 GMT. Thank you so much, Srikanth Kondapalli, joining us there from New Delhi.